Cat, I'm here trying to talk about how, oh, it might be a down move. As much as I want to, I mean, maybe in an hour and a half we're gonna find out, but at best it's sideways. There's nothing on my daily on the Nasdaq telling me. I mean, it's telling you to buy. That's the craziest thing. Like, unless you get like, you have successively higher closes, we can take a look at it. You most certainly don't have lower lows. You have a lower high, so we have one lower high. I mean, it would have to be a pretty severe. I mean, it would have to happen all at once. And I know people are positioned short. I think if you're I mean, it's green all up until like August 20th. And then it gets choppy. And I'll tell you, like, call verticals have not worked. My data has not supported that, so if yours does, let me know about it, because I got the channel light. Gotta turn the light on. Like, I think I tried to go short for the call spread or something, 31st or whatever. Maybe. Yeah, I think I tried there, but it didn't work. That didn't work. Call spreads have not worked all year. See why? The market's been going up. But we are now in September, y'all. So there's some uncertainty on the going forward. Okay. How this music. Okay. Like, need that sound machine. I need like the clapping, and I need the ding ding ding. I need all the fucking. I need the Jim Cramer noises. Come on. Yeah, I need all the noises. So yeah, we need to go through the month in review and then the AI portfolio, and yeah, we'll go from there. What do I have in here? What am I fucking? Oh yeah, I have a calendar spread. I'm trying out calendars. We have low IV. I'm thinking, well, we could buy the back month vol and sell the front month vol and see what happens. But I don't know how to manage that trade. So basically, it's kind of like what, a poor man's covered call, essentially. That's basically what a calendar spread is. Maybe if you sell the calls far enough out, it could work. So like, I mean, out of the money, not like in date, but like moneyness of the trade. What did I get for this? So I sold 2. So I got my paper trading account. I received $840 some odd for. Oh, this is 21. We'll see how this goes. That's kind of a nice trade, and then you hold this sort of semi-leap situation. And I took almost $800 off that price. So lowering the cost base of it. We'll see how it goes. I mean, then it's just You're having an attack too? Or you and Fiva? Oh. Man, something got stirred up in there. Got stirred up. We're trying to clean a little bit. I have to get the streaming because the markets are going to open. And I got to make my short. So we still have a lot of work to do, chat. But then after this, I want to... Well, after this, maybe... I'm planning way too far ahead. Why don't I just plan like the next 5 minutes? Alright. We need to go through the month in review. To... Go through the AI strategy. Took some hits there. Opening. I need to actually go live. I'm not even on camera yet. There we go. Oh man, sneezing. Something from you're cleaning all the chemicals and stuff. All right, get to it. All right, we're here, chat. So let's do the month in review, and then we will, we need to, like, well, let's just go over this. Let's put this back in our mind and manifest this. But, I mean, to be realistic, I mean, what's a realistic return? Like, you know, if you do it yourself, you can maybe get 50. Realistics maybe 20 doing these strategies. I kind of have to calibrate my expectations for my account. But it has to be, but it doesn't mean that this account can't like pay the rent, essentially. That's what it can do. That's the expectation I need to have for this account. If I can pull out, did 200 this month, I need to do 1,000 a month. I mean, that's the minimum of what I need to, well, no, I need to be doing kind of like 2 grand a month. So let's compare here. We need to compare the situation here. Yeah, no, we need to be moving with you and we need to be moving with me. So if I can do this and there time, or wait, I can get about 15 if I'm feeling, man, between the two accounts. No, make this the hard work. This is the hard work. This is the hours. This is the time. I need to be realistic about what I can make, but I think I can. But I have that in mind now. So if I'm making about 20% off of my account for a whole year, it's less than 20. But that's okay. That's what I need to be making ever. I need to be outperforming the market. Which isn't always easy to do. I think the goal 50% would be, that's taking a lot of risk there, I think, to that. So if we think about the goals, we're looking at this. That's, I think, fine. That's cool. Make that. I do need to be, and I have this on my stuff now, tracking IV data and deltas. So we have to look at deltas as well. overdone on that. Goals, really, it's just about keeping that debt low. Get them credit cards paid off again. No, I started thinking about my goal. If I can do it in both accounts, then we gotta give it a try. We gotta extract what we can from the market. All we can. And then I looked at my big play from April. Also, March was a good month. Oh yeah. Pulling it in March. Trading? No, Amazon. Yeah, then I rolled that down though, and that ended up being kind of a... That was a lesson. That was a lesson. That was Am. Trading, So if it's like 50-50, then I have to be cutting these like quick. Can't let the future be 50-50 and that's fucking what it is, then you gotta cut it. You gotta cut it. April, I just want to this, like, you gotta redo this. I mean, this is a crazy month. I don't even remember how many I took on that trade. That was over like the 2 days. So like Liberation Day, and then I left it on Thursday, took it off Friday. Like a 2-day trade. And that was a good month. Hey, I took some losses. Oh, summer trading. Look. June wasn't super great. July was better. We came back in July, so 2 bad months. And then August is kind of break even. And it has been choppy. I didn't really realize how choppy it's been. Up, down, up, down. I mean, we made a new high in August, but I should have been looking at my volume bars, like, you know, it's... And then just, like, letting things work, giving them enough time. Step down from the July highs. So the last, it was August, actually, August 13th. August 13th, we made a high. And it's been down, down, down since. So the 2 weeks in. First 2 weeks of August were good. Last 2 weeks were kind of crappy. Now we're trading sideways. Which, you know, I'm thinking like with a... You know, that the calendar thing just like lets you... It kind of lets you make a trade in a way. It's like it But if the market's not going anywhere, that long call, or that long put for that matter, if the market isn't going anywhere, that's not going to appreciate. That is a depreciating asset, so it's like, why don't you just own the stock? I don't know, covered calls, like the math. I think if you're gonna hold something forever, like you have a year-long trade on something, like something I did with iBit, or it's okay. But I really think with the covered call, it's like you have some legacy position in something and you don't want to give it up. And then even in some cases, you might have to, because for whatever reason, but like if you have some crazy gain on a particular stock and you're not really willing to give that up, well, cover call can make you do that. And I guess my only thing I'm trying to say is it's good, like, if you're gonna hold it forever. And the two big volume days in the month were down days. They recovered, but they were down days. Oh. But overall, the trend is still up. We haven't made any lower lows. To be honest, we have not done that yet, which I don't want us to do that, but for the most recent low here to the, yeah, we haven't reached those lows yet. It would probably bounce. Like, this is still bullish. Buy the dip. Sell those puts, buy the dip. So it doesn't work, I guess you get red bar. This is August, okay. So kind of break even, what I would call it. So when the market was going down, that didn't work out. So maybe also thinking about the goals too is just the balance in the portfolio. Like, it is kind of bullish portfolio. Maybe thinking about neutralizing my deltas, like think about a strategy for that in the new year. Maybe moving forward, like trying to neutralize those deltas. So somehow doing that. So if you have a bunch of positive positions, get some negative delta, I don't know, just some kind of balance, or things that aren't as correlated. I think that's another thing too. So like I need something like XLE, or I need the financials, like, you know, that's kind of, right now I have like Bitcoin and small caps. Like, I guess that's okay. But iBit, Robinhood, all too much. I think maybe that's kind of it too. I got too concentrated maybe in one thing, like NASDAQ and Bitcoin kind of related. Not, they don't totally, or they're not totally correlated, but we just like too much concentration. Yeah. Yikes. So still flat, but like not up here. We're not at 2. And it took some big losses. So like an loss. Robinhood was a big loss. That was the loss. This one was my fault. Yeah, I let this one go a little bit far. I need bigger winners too. So my win rate 65%, but like my losers are too big. So here's an example of your losers being not able to, probably gated by. And it was choppy, so that's, so I kind of needed, so if we're still in this choppy environment, I think with any premium that I'm selling, it is harder to get it off, because where is it going to fall? In this case, it's like almost like volatility is going to expand. It's not going to contract anymore. It's already fairly contracted. So If volatility expands, usually means the market goes down. Sometimes volatility, or you have to look for things that have their own kind of idiosyncratic volatility situation going on, or things that are. Uh, I mean, to get the most out of your volatility, you do want it higher. Right now, the general index is not really giving you anything in that regard, and it's sideways. So it kind of means you have to put like in some like it's always like more risk. Like it's like you have to do. I don't want to do an iron con. But if you do a call spread, you're gonna have to wait, and it's probably gonna make another high before it makes another low. That's you're gonna have to be patient. And I would say maybe take things at 30%. But then also don't let them go beyond that. So you're going at like 30 or 50% for users. Cut them quick. Cutting losers quick, diversifying a little bit more, and I need bigger winners. We need to look for bigger winners. We want to keep the success rate, but we want those winners bigger than our. Have that's here, man. $75 to $100 a day. That is what we need to generate from this portfolio, from our AI strategy. We can look to scale up. But we do need a little bit more diversification. We need bigger winners than losers. Gotta watch it. Into the AI portfolio. Again, this is AI guidance. Add a few more things as well. So like really just narrowing in on my goal of what I need to do by the end of the year, which kind of prove that I can make like $1,000 a month at the get more than so that's kind of the question I can do want to like this strategy because you have the odds built into it. I mean, I have a success rate with my T strategy with the VWAP, but I don't think that works as well with futures. And it's nice to use because they go, man, they go. Forming kind of a hidden here. Whoa, you scared me.
Dreamer protocol.
Hey. I'll have to ask what other ones to put on. I think, like you said, diversify. So I did close out that hood trade. It was above the credit. It was at the end of the month. I'm like, no. It was 21 days. I'm like, just cut it. So I cut that. That added to the losses, but followed the rules, got it out of there. I did add some verticals. I was down about $4. I don't know if this is realistic. I think, we want something around like this, I think. I have received about this much so far, so we'll keep moving forward on it. I'll just tweak my prompts and stuff, and we'll figure out what I need to put on. I wonder what that sounds like. I don't know if I don't know what that sounded like. Yeah, with the vacuum in the background. Sorry, chat. That's not allowed.
King, picking me up. Oh.
Yeah, I did.
Me?
Ellen.
Hi, chat.
Okay. I realize, yeah, break even. This doesn't include futures, so I had some future trades that were in here. That's why, but this is a more representation strategy itself. I did take a couple losses. There might have been an earnings trade in there too. But we focus in on what we know this account can accomplish. And just be realistic with that. Okay, chat. Yeah, so we're gonna diversify a little bit, and then we're going to ask ChatGTP some more questions about the strategy and what I need to do. Right now, currently, what I have on are 3 IWM put spreads. Kind of in anticipation of those rate cuts. That's kind of what that position is for, and that it's been outperforming a little bit more lately than the other indices, especially the NASDAQ. That's why I'm in that trade. And then developing some of my own AI tools as well. Hey, futures held steady. They did go down a little bit, but they were bought up. They were bought up at the lows. That's good. Let's go. Government 124%. 88%. Jesus. Why don't we get our interest rate? Oh, I got 110. Yikes. 3. Yet the GDP is too high. Macro trend. Trading people look at macroeconomic data. But we need to rearrange. I don't want to rearrange this current positions I have on. I'll talk about those. I have an IBIT cash secure put, which is probably going to be assigned, so we'll see what happens there. It is at the limits. It is at 100%, so 1.5%. So it's also break even or get cut phase. I don't know if that's going to happen. Might just be better just signed. My IWM spreads, I have them staggered over the next few days, so one needs to come off. Yeah, one of them needs to be rolled or taken off on Monday. So I'll think about that. I still have my call spread on the SPY. It's 29 days, so we'll see what happens there. It is approaching its limits, so we'll think about what we need to do next with that trade. And it's approaching the 21 days, so it's either a roll or it is a close. And then I have one cash secure put on the TQQQ. I am holding true to what I want this portfolio to be as far as the tickers. I think diversifying was something else though, so something around financials or maybe energy. I'll think about that. What I want to do there, and I'll consult with ChatGPT. Have like guided kind of portfolio, so you can That part I haven't really shown yet, so maybe we'll get into that once I kind of. I would say my prompts are kind of the same prompt. Like I'll tell it, what's in my portfolio, what I want to do, how much credit I want to receive, and then I kind of have conversations around that. So it's not like just one prompt and done. There's not like one shotting it. It's an iterative process that we're asking questions. Trying to put all that stuff. About break even, whatever this month. Not that great. We need to push this forward. So we need to be able to say that, hey, this makes rent. Even if it's grindy. Just give me the rent, man. Rent maybe. Alright, so the next thing is journal. Alright, we'll get Buzz. Got some trades for the futures. Uh, 100,000? Like, what the heck? To being so. Come on now, Bitcoin. The heck? Cool ads. Alright, well, your standard fare here that last week. Alphabet made new highs. I didn't get back into Google. I said to out. Netflix is on the charts. Okay. I split that stock though. Let's stocks app and then best stocks by volume. Your penny Alibaba, that happened like data centers or something. I will take a look at these. By yeah. Oh boy. Thing AI related and healthcare. Yikes. It is. It's gonna say that like not this below 175. Buy it. Below one's buy it. Buy it. Dollars load up. I don't think it's going anywhere. Even if it just affects, it's going to be so important. Like, we need energy infrastructure to make sure it is the. I really think that. They do. Backwards. They're all except NVIDIA. Like, oh, Meta's volume was kind of low. I think, is that what it trades? Those that trade Meta, is that what it trades at? That seems low to me. Considering like TSM, Oracle, Soft, yeah, like look how much they're trading, and then Meta is. I think they need to split that stock as well. I think they need to do that. They need for like I don't know what they would 5-to-1. Or a 1-to-5, I guess. Keep it about $100 a share. Cool if they did that. I don't know what circumstance, whether or not that happens. Let's go ahead and here. The other charts. So let's go ahead and Friday was kind of dumb. Whatever. Let's look at. We have the 5-day. Still up technically, except for the index. Let's do 1 month. That's August. So yeah, August started down here, up. Like, this is what my trading looked like. I mean, come on. I wasn't in the Russell. I was in the NASDAQ. That's what it looked like. That's what my trading looked like. So you got to keep an eye on that. 3 months. We are still up 6 months. We're up 13%. Year to date, 11. 1 year, 21%. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, why we're selling puts. Like, I don't know what else to say. 3 years up, 5 year dip. I was trying to tell you. But how much can we correct here so we can correct down to this level? Down here, maybe. A bit in range bound. We're kind of sitting on the... That kind of went flat and then... It took a long time to form though. Huh. Still though, I mean, you go through the charts, what can you say? It's bullish. Like... Yeah, the Russell was the outperformer. Sure. So I would say maybe continuing some of that. That's what the Russell trade is for. NASDAQ may be choppy for another month. I don't really want to do call spreads. I don't really want to buy a put. Oh no, our little kitty sneezing. He got something in his nose and then took down the eye on him. Yeah, that's what that trade is for. Look at the sectors. Actually, we need 5-day. Honestly, I want to do this one. This one. This is telling us. Go ahead and look at the days. The gold. It's kind of scary. That's the thing. That's the thing. Anyway, so oil and gas, energy did well, metals and mining, ARE, XLF, so financial. Yeah, so like I said, diversifying away some of the on gold, ITB, ARE, at IWM play, XLE, XLY, financials, and healthcare, or not healthcare, tech, and industrials. Estimate. Everything else is flat. Just look at monster. What am I doing that plane? We might rethink here. So metals and mining, gold, IT estimate still up on the if you're in gold, you're outperforming. I think that's also in. Well, why aren't you in gold? Why aren't you in gold? That's a question to ask yourself. Yeah, this is pretty telling. I mean, then I'm on par with like my portfolio then. Like getting out a gain is actually good compared to the indices that I follow. But I need to be following this one. Like, so maybe we'll look. I don't know. Is gold done? I don't know. It's like such at highs though. 4,000. A month. You're the month. Don't show up here. I mean, I guess they're not busting out the volume charts, and certainly not the biggest companies. When there is a pullback in these big companies, you feel it, and that's kind of what. So, we can take a look at earnings just because fun. not in the task chat. Sucked in. So we have Neo, Descaler, Salesforce, GitLab. That's of interest. Ooh, Figma. Ooh, GitLab, Broadcom, Lululemon. Oh man. Let's go. Let's take a look at the calendar. So today is a bank holiday. Then we have ISM Manufacturing on Tuesday. Right up. Just get going with it. Just get going with the data check. Wednesday we have Jolts. Woo! Jobs. Let's go. Volatility. Unemployment. More jobs. ISM services. Non-farm. Oh boy. Ooh, and then it's non-farm payroll. Let's go. Friday, baby. Volatility may come back, friends. We want to see there. So we want to see non-farm. Man, these numbers are they even gonna do these numbers? Do we know what these numbers are gonna be? Can they still do these numbers? I don't even know. Yeah, CRM, Salesforce has to have Agentforce. They getting their AI working? Or is AI taking over them? I don't know. Whatever. You need like teams of people to do that for you. Like redo a Salesforce in your organization. I mean, you can do it, but is it secure? Like, if somebody's doing it, they're still using Salesforce right now. I mean, anyway, I don't think it's going anywhere. So unemployment. So if we see higher unemployment, that means the job market's deteriorating. And again, they have to cut rates. So stable employment and stable prices, dual mandate. That might spur, but it also might at the time, that one of these numbers is gonna be. Oh man, okay, Friday, y'all, get ready to trade. ADP numbers too. How are people doing? And then like school. Well, this is August, so this is gonna be. These are August numbers. So what's the trend gonna be? What's the trend, y'all? Then are we even really gonna get these? Oh. Code charts. happens. Trending up though from July lows here. I don't know if that's a seasonal thing though. Roll up in the supply is a low. August, September unemployment. Big jump in October. What's this? And then something like, and then here in June, maybe fewer claims. I think it's the same thing. It's more cyclical than bar graph, I think. Bar graph's probably better. I don't think necessarily one not kind of, you just want to see the trend overall or that it's sticking to cyclical. We do have some data this week, so hold on. And some earnings, like Salesforce can affect the Dow. GitLab will affect my long-term portfolio. Broadcom is going to affect the semiconductors. They better have some good fucking numbers. That's all I gotta say. Earnings wasn't over. Like, oh, it's over. No. Broadcom makes the stuff that goes into an NVIDIA chip or any of those other companies. Gotta be on the lookout for that one. Again, goes back to the diversification. About doing those scams. Of items like GTX. Just looking at gold in general. IWM, so I'm in that already. You're looking at communications, but that's kind of flat. Your outperformer is really gold. ARE, which is IWM. Maybe I'll look at gold a little bit later. We do need to plan for that diversification, kind of staying not because I was too heavy in like Bitcoin and the Nasdaq. Yeah, it's okay to stay there, but we have to lessen or lower the position size and then diversify a little bit. Consistent income driving forward. Overall, whatever month, it kind of followed whatever the Nasdaq was doing. That's kind of what my outcome was. Trade, so that, but we'll look to diversify. We'll look to consult with AI a little bit more. Retool the portfolio for a new month and slightly different. So we went through the month in review. We went through AI portfolio and looked at the performance for the month. Looked at the top stocks last week and the calendar for the upcoming week. So that you get ISM manufacturing job information this week, so that's really important to the Fed. So we'll see how that goes, and probably cause some drama around that. So be on the lookout for that drama. But I think that's it. So again, this is educational, not intended to be advice or trading is risky. Month kind of broke even. Those milestones. But that said, I hope safe and profitable trading week.